Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. In this episode, I will be watching for a bullish year, month, and quarter. Quite a bit to discuss. We will discuss the upcoming presidential election and its impact on the cryptocurrency markets. Let's take a look at the chart for all the printed Tether. It is currently resting on the sidelines, not deployed into the markets. We will examine it, as it will be available for purchase in the market at some point. Listen up, folks, they're not printing Tether just to hold it. For the purpose of injecting it into the crypto markets, particularly Bitcoin, they produce Tether. Everything and more is going to be revealed, including BlackRock and Larry Fink's admission that he was mistaken about Bitcoin. CEO of Ripple allegedly dumped XRP. A more enjoyable release on the horizon. Not a problem. Take it easy. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, $59,459. It has lost 1.31% in the last day. As for XRP, it hasn't done much, and Ethereum is coming in at 2514, down 1.95%. USDT and USDC are also coming in at their dollar pegs. Isn't that 56 cents? At $2,104 billion, the total market cap of cryptocurrencies is slightly lower than it was this morning. Now is the perfect moment to get some XRP merchandise if you haven't already. Curious about why? Because we even managed to snag a Bitcoin cup among all these beautiful ones. The XRP, whiskey sets included in the headgear were even ours. However, the blue 40-ounce was ours. We will retain the special price of $2,499 for the light blue cup in effect until all of them are gone. Has XRP been needed? Asked Dusty BC. Should it cost more than 60 cents? No doubt it would be in an ideal world, but alas, ours is far from ideal. Everyone is making fun of Ripple, suing the company, trying to slow down XRP, and getting delisted on every US exchange and even those non-US platforms over which the SEC has no influence, regulatory permission, or jurisdiction. However, XRP was delisted during the Ripple vs. SEC litigation for some reason. I think the price would be higher than 60 cents now if XRP hadn't been delisted. Do we remember that we were going to break an all-time high in the $90 zone in 2020? Well, we got ourselves into a legal bind in 2020 and 2021 when the negative $90 region was hit hard. The XRP price went all the way down to 17 cents, which was a sight to behold. From those low points, we have essentially done a threefold recovery to where we are now. We are approaching our time, but even if we could hold 40 or 50 cent XRP and did a 3x, we would finish up with XRP worth more than $1. Imagine that, 75 cents by year's end. I am only seeking it. If that materializes, we will have captured at least $6 in market value by 2025, a 6% share of the whole cryptocurrency market. At the very least, if the market cap of cryptocurrencies reaches $7 to $10 trillion, XRP will have a 6% share of that market, and it has done so in the previous two bull cycles. Due to the low volume of investors, the price was obviously lower than in 2017. Next followed the lawsuit. Just like with the other cryptocurrencies, it will have a parabolic blow-off top this time around, but it does shorten everything. Here we have Larry stating his mistake about Bitcoin. I mean, isn't it great when these types of people finally own up to their mistakes? Please pay attention. Yes, I am aware that you have been an early adopter of cryptocurrency. Thanks to you, Bitcoin can now be owned by regular people. We have learned that Ethereum is on your mind. This is just mind-blowing. How BlackRock has completely lost her reputation as a gunslayer. Therefore, it's clear that you must think this could be a substitute. Is this a viable option for dealing with the deficit? It's something that people should think about in the long run. I must admit, I was skeptical. Actually, I used to be quite the proud skeptic. I did some research and found out more about it, and now I realize that my previous belief was incorrect. I have this opinion. Let it be known that these are my current beliefs. I think today is a great opportunity. Bitcoin has my full support. It's a real financial tool that lets you have potentially uncorrelated returns. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's legitimate. When you're feeling very anxious, I think it's a good instrument to invest in. But it's a tool to use when you think governments are devaluing their currencies, which some of them are doing due to excessive deficit spending. I think there are nations where one lives in constant fear, but if one has the chance to invest in something beyond their country's control, they can gain greater financial independence. As a result, I think Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have a place in investment portfolios. Among the asset classes that we all consider, I think you'll find that to be one. As I mentioned earlier, I consider it digital gold. I also think everyone should consider it as an alternative to the world's pessimism. However, unless you're expecting to make a killing off of Bitcoin, it's not a good instrument for hedging hope. On the other hand, I see it as a means by which you may demonstrate you're savvy with money, even though you're obviously terrified of the outside world. You seem to be more afraid of just being yourself. Additionally, I think many people are overlooking the fact that it has a fantastic industrial application. Absolutely, wholeheartedly. I updated my "I think you got it." One reason Bitcoin is going to explode is because Larry Fink is aware that he is luring people. This is just the beginning of what you can expect from me if you believe that retail sold the top to institutions. We don't have nearly as much money as the institutions. Simply put, they will allocate additional funds. They will either artificially inflate these prices again or engage in extreme short selling to secure a higher entry price, which will lead to a subsequent increase in market prices. Even though there are just 67 days till the US election, they are already planning to pull a fast one. Indeed, it is the customary course of action once elections are concluded, everyone. This is the graph. You can see that the blue represents 2016, 2017 and 2020, the green represents 2021 and the white represents the present. Typically, the markets experience a surge around the month of November. I would have preferred it if we had gone faster on the lengthier cycle last time. Please make 2016 and 2017 happen again. Assuming we are looking at the summer of 2025, the exact moment we will enter that parabolic bull mold, my time frame places us here, and I would love to see this thing gradually begin to ramp, and then go completely parabolic. From what I can tell, this took place in the autumn. It entered a parabolic phase. However, I believe that the parabolic blow-off tops will occur during the summer or autumn of 2025, depending on when we release that runner. I am excited about what lies ahead. Keep it in mind. Afterwards, this occurs. This rate will change, and the $6.4 trillion languishing in money markets right now are yielding 5%. Rates are going down, and that money is flowing out, on September 18th. The real issue is, how will that cash be spent? Because if these rates are lowered, I'm not sure how much, they will fall below 5, maybe even to 4 or 3. By that moment, if you simply choose a secure investment option in the stock market, you may expect a return of 8 to 10%, or nearly twice as much. People will look at this and think, well, I'm only getting 3% but I can kind of get into I can get into the stock market, and I could probably average anywhere from 8 to 10%. When compared to 8%, which isn't a guarantee, 5% seems like a reasonable trade-off. Still, we've seen years with 10% averages. Please don't misunderstand me, every year there is a red one. The average return on investment, ROI, for the stock market over a decade, however, is close to 10%. After this Ripple CTO gets accused of an XRP scam evolution, the money will be transferred out of the money markets and into the cryptocurrency markets, where it will hopefully, and I think it will, eventually end up. I don't understand. David Schwartz is being discussed.